Hey again guys. I managed to salvage this basin over here and I decided to make yet another worm bin. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to set up a new worm bin in this basin over here. I'll also give an update of the worm bin we made in the other video. So let's get started with making a new home for my worms. So the nice thing about using a basin like this for a worm bin is it already has a built-in drain. So I've leveled this out and I've tested it. The water flows nicely down there and we'll use that to catch any leachate or any excess moisture that's inside the worm bin. But we've got to make sure that it doesn't get blocked up with all the stuff that's going to be in here, all the worm poop and food sources and all that. So what we need to do is firstly use a bit of something like this. This is just shade netting that I had an excess of. And that is going to be placed along the bottom here. And then we have some stones. And we'll just cut off the excess a bit later on. We're going to use the same bedding that we used the last time that we did this, which is coconut coir. So we need to fill that up with water. And we'll come back to this once that has absorbed all the moisture. So now that we have soaked the coconut coir, we're going to just pour it in here as the bedding. It's quite wet, but that's not really a problem. As you can hear, it's dripping out the bottom, so that's good. Any excess moisture, at least this is working. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to add some cardboard. So it's just shredded cardboard, old Amazon boxes, things like that. And we're going to mix that in. So I'm going to add one more batch of the coconut coir. I'm just going to have exactly the same amount and we're going to pour that on top here. And we'll have perfect bedding for our worms. So let me get that done and I'll be right back with you. So we're ready now for the next batch of the coconut coir. Let's take a quick look in here at the worm bin that we made in the previous episode and we'll see what's going on in here. I added a bunch of greens last night. There's quite a lot of food in here, but as you can see there's a heck of a lot of worms now as well. So this worm bin's doing really well. I don't like disrupting them too much, but you can see there's plenty of worms and there's loads and loads of worm eggs. So to start off the new worm bin, I've added in this bin here. So I was running this bin just as a bit of an experiment for a while in my garage. And what I've done is I've emptied that into here. So you can see the size of this. It wasn't full up, but we've put that in there. The bin was working well. You see some little worm eggs there. And there's quite a few of them in here. And there's another one over there. So there's quite a few little worm eggs in here, and that's great. I'm happy with that. See, there's also loads of worms, and they're all trying to get out of the light. See there, I don't want to fiddle with these too much, but I've added those in and this should populate this bin quite quickly. So we're just going to leave those for the moment, let all the worms dig down, and then we'll cover it up with the tarp in a couple of hours. One last thing I want to do here is just cover it up with a bit of cardboard, just to keep the flies away. They're going after the bits of fruit that are in here. So I'm putting some cardboard on top. So I'm just going to cover this with some plastic for now, just in case it rains. And I'll make a proper cover for this at a later stage using a tarp. I can't actually find my tarp at the moment, but this will do the job for now. And there we go, yet another bin started. I'm going to have loads of great compost coming out of that. So thanks again for watching, and I'll keep you up to date with how the worm bins are doing, and we'll see you again on the next video. Bye bye for now.